Okay, if you're being asked to show that this can be written in this format, you basically don't even have a denominator here, but it's asking you to rationalise the denominator. If you see something like this, you're going to need to rationalise the denominator. So we've got 6 minus root 8 over root 2 minus 1. Now the basics of this is that you always times it through by the denominator, but you change the sign in the middle. And as a result, so that you don't change the fraction, you have to always times the top by the same thing. So you just change the sign of the denominator, that goes on in both of these. So your numerator will be 6 minus root 8 times by root 2 plus 1. So you've got 6 times root 2, which is 6 root 2, 6 times plus 1, which is plus 6, minus root 8 times root 2, which is minus root 16, and minus root 8 times 1, which is minus root 8. Okay, so if I simplify this, that is 6 root 2 plus 6 minus, well, root 16 is just 4, and root 8 can be written as root 4 root 2. So let me just, the plus 6 and the minus 4, I'm going to make that a plus 2. And root 4 is 2, so that's minus 2 root 2, which gives me, so 6 root 2 minus 2 root 2 gives me 4 root 2. So that's my numerator. My denominator, root 2 minus 1 times by root 2 plus 1. Root 2 times root 2 is 2. Root 2 times 1 is plus root 2. Minus 1 times root 2 is minus root 2. And minus 1 times 1 is minus 1. Now the plus root 2 and the minus root 2 cancel out. The third bits, if you times through by the denominator but you change the sign in the middle, the surds should always cancel out. If they don't, you've done something wrong at the bottom. So 2 minus 1 gives me a denominator of 1. So I end up with 4 root 2 plus 2 over 1. I put my numerator over my denominator, which just gives me 4 root 2 plus 2. Done.